Chapter 27. My hand is trembling when I reach for the doorknob. I've never once been scared to walk into my own business before, but I've also never been this on edge. The building is dark when I enter it, so I flip on the lights, holding my breath. I walk slowly to my office, pushing the door open with caution. He's nowhere, yet he's everywhere. When I take a seat at my desk, I turn on my phone for the first time since I went to bed last night. I wanted a good night's sleep without having to worry about whether or not Ryle was trying to contact me. When it powers on, I have 29 missed texts from Ryle. It just so happens to be the same number of doors Ryle knocked on to find my apartment last year. I don't know whether to laugh or cry at the irony. I spend the rest of the day like this, glancing over my shoulder, looking up at the door every time it opens. I wonder if he's ruined me. If the fear of him will ever leave me. Half a day goes by without a single phone call from him while I catch up on paperwork. Alyssa calls me after lunch and I can tell by her voice that she has no idea about the fight Ryle and I had. I let her talk about the baby for a while before I pretend I have a customer and hang up. I plan on leaving when Lucy returns from her lunch break. She has half an hour left. Ryle walks through the front door 3 minutes later. I'm the only one here. As soon as I see him, I turn stone cold. I'm standing behind the counter, my hand on the cash register because it's close to the stapler. I'm sure a stapler couldn't do much harm against the arms of a neurosurgeon, but I'll use what I have. He slowly makes his way to the counter. It's the first time I've seen him since he was on top of me on our bed the other night. My whole body is immediately taken back to that moment, and I'm engulfed in the same level of emotions as I was in that moment. Both fear and anger rush through me when he reaches the counter. He lifts his hand and places a set of keys on the counter in front of me. My ears fall to the keys. I'm leaving for England tonight, he says. I'll be gone for 3 months. I paid all the bills so you won't have to worry about it while I'm gone. His voice is composed, but I can see the veins in his neck as they prove his composure is taking all the effort he has. You need time. He swallows hard. And I want to give that to you. He grimaces and pushes the keys to my apartment toward me. Go back home, Lily. I won't be there. I promise. He turns and begins walking toward the door. It occurs to me that he didn't even try to apologize. I'm not angry about it. I understand it. He knows that an apology will never take back what he did. He knows that the best thing for us right now is separation. He knows what a huge mistake he made. Yet I still feel the need to dig that knife in a little deeper. Vle. He looks back at me and it's as if he puts a shield up between us. He doesn't turn all the way around and he's stiff as he waits for whatever I'm about to say. He knows my words are going to hurt him. You know what the worst part about this whole thing is? I ask. He doesn't say anything. He just stares at me, waiting for my answer. All you had to do when you found my journal was ask me for a naked truth. I would have been honest with you. But you didn't. You chose to not ask for my help, and now we'll both have to suffer the consequences of your actions for the rest of our lives. He grimaces with every word. Lily, he says, turning toward me. I hold up my hand to stop him from saying anything else. Don't. You can leave now. Have fun in England. I can see the war waging inside of him. He knows he can't get anywhere with me in this moment, no matter how hard he wants to. Beg for my forgiveness. He knows the only choice he has is to turn and walk out that door, even though it's the last thing he wants to do. When he finally forces himself out the door, I run and lock it. I slide down to the floor and hug my knees, burying my face against them. I'm shaking so hard, I can feel my teeth chatter. I can't believe part of that man is growing inside me. And I can't believe I'll one day have to admit that to him. Subscribe for more.